In terms of the way we worked with the charities over the course of the project, I was the main point person for the relationships. And over time, I gradually developed a reporting system which they could work with in terms of their progress against the target outcomes that the projects had set out to achieve. And what I tried to do was to create a very reporting light version of a reporting document that was essentially, focused on the key performance indicators around the project. Was the project on track, off track? Where were we against delivering certain outcomes? What were the challenges, and what was the team doing to try to overcome those? It was a one-page report eventually. It took some time to get to one page. The first version, I think, from one of the organisations who shall remain nameless was 25 pages. We got to one page, and really, that was a process where I think we were both learning. We were both learning. I was learning about the challenges and issues that these organisations face in trying to implement development projects in very difficult and very challenging environments. And they were learning how somebody like me, looks at a project like this, what's important to me, and that actually, they were going to be accountable for the 5 objectives that they set out in their project proposal, that I was actually going to refer back to those and say, okay, so that's fine, but where are we against number 2? And, what's exactly happening there? So I think that was very much a learning experience from their point of view as well, and one I think that, were I to run the process again, I think I'd be even more determined to emphasise that element right at the outset, and possibly even, I didn't do this in the first round of this investment, but possibly for a second round, I might stage the investment and say that supplementary stages of the investment were conditional on reaching certain milestones. And I think in doing that, you'd have to be understanding, you'd have to be flexible. It's something I'm sure they'd resist very strongly, because there are always unknowns and unseen factors. But of course, from a business person's point of view or an entrepreneur's point of view, that's something which we understand. Because in building a new business and writing a business plan, the only thing in life that you can be certain about is it's not going to turn out the way you write down on a piece of paper.